good? Welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-hosts with me.
No, man, hoodie reasons. And my damn head hurt. The wife braided my hair last night. Listen, I love my wife, okay? I'm going to put this out there, right? I love her. But I am not letting her talk me into the hairstyle she want to do no more. I was damn near in tears.
What
damn near.
What is she?
She hit me with she hit me with the pot. Like, they nice.
Yeah,
they do.
What's wrong with that?
They nice.
But I'm sure it sting too. Like it's just pulling on your noggin, bro.
Bro, so because I've been getting individual braids lately to where it's not on the scalp as much. So she on the scalp at the beginning, then she off the scalp. These was scalp for like a solid 2.5 minutes. I'm sitting there on the. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I was almost in tears. And listen, my daughter blow dried my hair, so it was straight. You feel me? Well, she didn't have to do it when it was all nappy or nothing. Like it was straight.
Yeah.
So I was out here looking like the black. So y'all remember Back to the Future, right? The white dude.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was looking like the black him last night. My hair was all out.
Emmett Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the white dude, right?
Yeah.
The old man is. Yeah. I was out here looking like him, and yeah, bro, she got the braid. So I wanted to fight her last night. These hands was for her last night.
They was for her, but you know who won a fight? But he got knocked out. Real easy, quick.
But he out here kicking people.
Didn't even last the whole fight. Urban Meyer is officially released from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had got him out of there, hit the road jack, and I don't think he coming back no more. How do y'all feel about this? I feel like we saw it coming. We just didn't know.
We talked about it.
We didn't know how soon it was going to come, but I knew it was coming sooner than later. I didn't think he was going to finish the season, in my opinion, but ironically, he came into a toxic situation and made it more toxic. How do you do that? That's like two toxic people dating each other. Like y'all already toxic, and now y'all making it more toxic. I don't get that. Let's talk about it. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, listen. It started from that first hire with the whole guy from the strength and conditioning that got fired for being racist, quote unquote, and then you hire him. Like that was dumb. And then just how everything just unfolded. Like I was skeptical about it from the gate. I mean, you had hope that it could work out, but he just, to me, just looking at that, he never proved to be a real leader of men for the NFL. It's cool in college because you got 18 or 19 trying to prove themselves to you, right? But in the NFL, man, these is grown men. And like the craziest thing, my pops had a conversation last night just about the NFL and coaching and accountability. And we like, nah, you don't talk to these grown men any old kind of way, right? Like that's out. But there is that way of, you don't like what you're doing or you don't like what I got going on, we can just get rid of you. But instead of him doing things like that, he never took accountability for the things he was not doing as a coach. Like you just hear all these reports. He always pointed fingers. It was never, I got to be better or I'm going to get this right. And so then you come out and hear that he kicked the kicker. Like, wow. So the kicker said, don't do that. He told the kicker, I'm the head coach. I'll do what the F I want around here. Hands would have been thrown right there, Jay. I don't give a damn who he is. You kick me, I tell you not to do it. Your response is, I'm going to do it anyway? Okay, well, when that? Yeah. We'd have been new reports at DJ to beat up the coach. That's what you feel me? So, yeah, man. But I feel like he shouldn't get another shot in the NFL. I feel like colleges need to look at him and not do it because he just creates toxic. And so, I'll let you go ahead and finish him off.
No, for sure. So here's the thing is, I go into the situation as a contrarian looking to defend him. And I'm looking and I got nothing.
Honestly,
I do. I know. And I got nothing. And the truth is the narrative and the media already decided. So in the terms of like when you call it public perception, right? You already toast. You already on fire. And then the leader of men stuff, the ego, you are a god in college, and then you come in. When you're a god, there's a level of accountability that you don't have to have. But the NFL breaks everybody. Even if you at the top of the mountain, age is going to get you. Everybody gets broken in the NFL at some point. Even if you run and stuff for a good 5-8 year span, everyone gets broken. And this dude comes in not with no stripes, coming in here, just college stripes, coming in here acting like, and it's crazy. It's crazy to me that ego, hubris, like pride can get you. Like, it's crazy, and it's a case study. So it's like, I mean, they and really, he would have got away with almost all of it if Trevor Lawrence was a success. Like, I heard somebody else, and I believe it 100% to be true. If the Jags were mediocre and Trevor Lawrence was looking like a hot shot rookie, then he would be above reproach right now. Nobody could be, there's nothing tangible here enough to cost him his job. But because you stink and it looks like dysfunction, like real live dysfunction.
I thought the Raiders was bad. You know, like I said, we talk about the Raiders and we thought the Raiders was bad. It's somebody beat us.
At the end of the day, he just didn't do a good of a job coaching. Like, I think even if you are competing in those games, it's just been atrocious. It's just like they won a game, you know, and when you think they was going to go in the right direction, when you think Trevor Lawrence was going to get right, he just didn't. And it's not all his fault. He got to get some weapons there. He's got to get some people around him. They got to get an offensive line. I get that, but I think what it all started with the off the field issues with the girl. I think that was the biggest one. That was the biggest
because
one.
Remember, because Bank, even to your point, not to cut you off, bro. The girl thing is even bigger because, like, now that I've heard it more, it's he stayed in Cincinnati and let the team fly home, and so you sent your team home. You stayed in Cincinnati, and then you get caught up. Like,
yeah,
well, like, where do you even do that at? And so, like, you know, you heard other things as, you know, people saying, you know, the comparison, I wouldn't say the comparison, but the one was brought up today that I heard from Shannon was Jimmy Johnson when he got to Dallas, right? They went 1-15, but the owner believed in him and they turned things around. So I feel like the field stuff is not where it was bad at. It was everything behind the scenes that destroyed him, because on the field, rookie, first-year coach, first-year QB, the cover was hella bare.
It wasn't the wins. Yeah, it wasn't the wins and losses. It was like you expected to struggle. But if you got to have some optimism to latch onto. Trevor Lawrence success, or their record is better than you thought, or you contrast them to the Detroit Lions. Like, you can say what you want about the Lions and that coach, but they're competing, and you have no questions about the infrastructure, like none.
So it was just too much. Like I said, we knew it was going to happen. I thought they'd at least give him the end of the year, but I figured he'd be gone sooner than later because it's just too much. You're kind of like biting the hand that feeds you. You're giving them no choice. Like, bro, you're not making it easy for us. All right. Like, we want to try to keep you. We're try to, bring you here for a reason. We know you ain't got the best, team right now, but we can build, but it's just too much. Bad publicity. It's not always good publicity. So they got rid of him, but you know what's going on. That's running wild. Cause unlike Urban Meyer, who was running wild, there's another freaking cases of running wild, which is the vid, and it's kind of taking out everybody from the league to people. You got California going back.
DJ, you see how he's setting me up for failure? He's gonna have me do 50 back.
Oh yeah. Can we get those 50 before?
He's setting me up, so I have to do the 50. Like I gotta do a whole stack at once.
I forget, but I was trying to figure out how we
I was
get
going
to
to need some time to prep, man. Like, the prep.
He got to get the first 50 out the way, man. Gotta let the man.
He's trying to set me up for failure, bro.
To a record, because this was going to be a record for Jay, hitting 100 push-ups on the show. You know what I'm saying? So we was going to talk about Curry record, and while we talk about Curry, you got Jay getting his record on, but it's okay. We can let Jay hit 50 push-ups because y'all know what happened. Jay put his money, what was it? Put his foot in his mouth. Or he cashed a check that his buck couldn't cash.
Or the team couldn't cash. The Cardinals couldn't cash.
And he betted against the Rams and the Cardinals, and the Rams end up dogging.
Let's be clear.
Let's be
clear. Bake, like you was 100 with it the whole time.
Listen. I meant to put this in our chat, and I was gonna bring it, but I feel like personally, Jay should get 50 off, just based on the fact that Bake the cards
bet against him.
Bet against it. I feel like he should get
Stuff's getting real with these picks. His true colors came out.
Yeah, because Jay, I'm gonna tell you now.
No, I'm still giving you your 100.
Wow.
No, I'm doing my 100. I'm doing my 100. But he should owe 50 off general principle. He should. He should owe 50 off general principle.
But if it was me, Jay, I'd have said, bro, take it, since I bet it against myself anyway. That's just me. That's the kind of integrity that I walk around with.
And I said I'm trying to win. At the end of the day, when I was betting, Jay said it's a win-win for me because it's the Cards win, boom. And if I get a game, boom. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna still try to get this game or whatnot, because they didn't even have Ramsey and the defense balled out. So I didn't think.
Here we go. We got him looking real strong.
I didn't think they was gonna win. But hey, man, you counting them out? Are you counting them out?
7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Them arms getting tired real quick.
19, 20, 1, 2, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 31, 2, 3, 34.
It hurt. You know it hurt. It's getting slow.
38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! He did an extra. That's 51. So you only got 49 left. Did an extra.
That 49 gonna hurt.
That was 55, but I wasn't finna.
Wait.
55? Whoa, wait.
It's on tape. It's on tape, so I ain't even faking it.
It was 51. I was counting out loud when you started.
We out of breath, bros. We are about out of breath.
Bro, he about to be hurt.
I counted.
We out of breath.
He about to be hurt.
That was 55. Count him up.
I feel so bad for him. While Jay catches breath, man, let's talk about this COVID situation, how it's coming back and it's impacting the league. A lot of teams are losing players. You got teams forfeiting games. How do y'all see this happening, man? Are we going to go back on lockdown again or what? What y'all see coming?
No, it's a combination of the holidays and combination of comfortability. Everybody getting comfortable again. I liked it better when we were uncomfortable. And, I don't feel like the mask and all the new mandates, I don't think it's necessary. I think everybody needs to mentally lock back in to what we was doing to kind of get us on positive tread, because I'm not the type to sit here going nowhere. It's going to be here. It is a virus. It's going to be our second flu, because when you think about however long it started, the flu was a virus that attacked and killed. And time, science, technology started just to where it just minimized it. And I just think that's what COVID's going to be, going nowhere. And just because, again, you vaccinated, the vaccine is just supposed to give you a chance to fight, and the antibodies in your body give you a chance to fight and live. And we're not supposed to be seeing all these deaths and all that kind of stuff. So again, like, just because you got the vaccine, you're not above rapport. So, smart, be cautious, continue to wash your hands. In certain situations, certain places, you don't know everybody. I would say your mask, just to, be precautionary. And I think if we become smarter or uncomfortable again, then everything will go back to somewhat.
Yeah, to me, this is the new normal, basically, as you was alluding to. And when the difference is, you're right. There was fear before. There was uncomfortable before. And now it's hard to have that same fear because the appropriate people are getting boosters, because we're trying to find that middle ground of what's the new normal. And you're right, the holidays, Christmas it's bound to happen. To me, I'm just looking at it like this is an opportunity for the players and the organization to just show their stripes, right? Take pride. When you take pride in your craft and you getting up 1,000 jumpers a day, that same energy needs to be associated with due diligence and protecting other people, right? And it's like, I went to church this past weekend after I was having symptoms the 10 days before. And I'm like, you know what? It's my responsibility to not. And it's like, it turns out to be non-COVID, but it doesn't matter. Not in today's world. You know what I'm saying? So it's incumbent upon the players to take just as much pride in the other things that they got to do. And some things can't be helped. There's going to be an outbreak. And now it just kind of falls in the category for me of injury, year-end injury versus, I pulled a hammy and I'm out a couple of weeks. You just got to do the best you can and put your teammates and your people around you in position so you can succeed and not get hit with this accountability. So.
No, I definitely feel that. What I do see though, possibly, is more hammer downs and more strict guidelines, because again, when you start having to cancel games, that costs money. And I think the lead is going to get back to being more firm, because you got to think about it. You got all these fans in here. You got people connected closer to fans, and I don't know if all the stadiums make you require that you show proof of vaccination. I still don't know if that is the case. I don't think that is the case.
It's only in certain stadiums that I know.
So certain stadiums probably just letting you rock in there and things like that. So it's going to be more stricter. I know California is doing a new mandated where now you got to wear your mask indoors for a little bit. But I do want us to be mindful and keep an eye on this, because again, people, when this first started, people was like, wow, this is crazy. I've never seen this happen before. But over time, when it becomes a norm, when we start to become normalized, then we start to get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you're like, I ain't worried about no damn COVID, man. I ain't worried about this. I'm good. I'm about to go to this function. Like you had all those people go to the Kanye and Drake concert. You got people going to concerts. Ain't nobody wearing masks. They in close contact. Ain't no sick social. So cases are about to go crazy. That's like a COVID frenzy at the end of the day. It's like, whoo, yeah, I got 20,000, 30,000 people. I'm just going, what's up? How you doing? Hey, tell mom, say what's up. Oh yeah, go get that to your grandma. Or get it to your auntie. Go get it to your brother, because we're not being conscientious. I know I said that so wrong, but we're not being mindful of what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, I took my shot. This is the thing that I really get so disappointed about. When people are like, I took my shot. I'm vaccinated. And so, like, what does that mean?
You still have a responsibility. You still got a responsibility.
Exactly.
And the thing that's, well, because I can't remember which one I saw, so it could be either one, so I'll just speak to it both. The report came out that most of the cases, and I can't remember if it was NBA or NFL, but a lot of players are symptomatic. So that, like, the unnecessary, I mean, the unfortunate part, because it's like, Jay, like you said, if you're sick, it's easy to be like, you know what, let me stay away. And I think, honestly, people really taking that consideration. Like, if I'm not feeling well, or if something a little uneasy, I think people are staying. I think what's killing us and what's the worst, it's the asymptomatics. And it's like no way to navigate that. Like, that's the one thing that we, society, all these doctors haven't figured out how to do that. And I think that's where it's taking a bad turn, because it's the asymptomatics, the people who feel fine, who are operating.
Not only that, bro. Like, if you haven't been to Texas, if you haven't been to Arizona, some of these places, there is peer pressure the other way. Like, when you walk into an establishment, you probably eating food and you got a mask on. Like, everybody else is looking at you sideways. Like, my homeboy said he just came back from Arizona. He walked into a store. he was the only one to have his mask on, and somebody else was like, man, I can't deal with this, man, I'm out, and turned around and walked out of a business because somebody else with a mask walked in. So like, to tell you how upside down stuff
It's
is
crazy.
in different parts of the country. And it's like, for me, there's an individual accountability. Like, if you got a bad immune system, if you got whatever, it's on you. When you decide to go to a concert, don't be crying wolf if you get it at that concert you chose to go. And when you are of the mindset that you want to walk out of an establishment because somebody else walking in with a mask is pissing you off, dude, respect the rules of society and the fear that is going on just because you don't have it. Like, come on, man. There's a meshing that is just not going on. It happens with the flu over decades,
Right.
but this is new, and everybody got their 2 cents.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And so we're
Everybody
going
COVID doctors, bro. You know,
we're
we got so
gonna
many.
definitely
doctors.
follow this up as we get more news, but something to keep an eye out on, because it's starting to look like the start of 2020 all over again, where a lot of cases are starting to happen. But hopefully we don't go that, because we do have vaccines and things like that. Moving right along though. Over these past 2 days, I think it was on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Or
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Steph, right?
Man, yeah. I feel like they played yesterday, but they didn't play yesterday. On Tuesday, we had my man, Hot Take J, his boy, light skin team light skin.
The coalition.
Do something really, really big. He set the 3-point made record in the NBA, and he did it with less shots and in less time. He took over my boy Ray Allen's spot, who had it for a very, very long time. And, you know, like I said, you know, we didn't know who was going to do it, but Steph was.
We knew.
I mean, you don't know if he's going to hit 3,000. I mean, close to 3,000 3-pointers. You know he can shoot, but come on, bro, to do that over.
The injuries and the ankles was the only question.
Yeah, that became to me. I mean, he started averaging 350, and then he broke the record of made threes in a season.
400.
Yeah, and he still had 50 games to go. It's like, yeah, he gonna be able to do it. Now it's just more. But I'm
saying, when he first came in the league, didn't nobody think Steph was going?
No, because like you said, the injuries was the one that the injury at the beginning was the skepticism. Like, all right, you know, because we knew he could shoot, and he had a clip and said, "Babe, to how you even brought it up, it's an accomplishment." Like, I think I said it on the show, or we was talking earlier. I'm just glad to be alive to see these things and be like, I witnessed it. You feel me? To see Kobe's 81, to see Steph do this, to see Kobe 60 when he retired, to see Brady win 7. Like, all these things, to see LeBron and his all these things that I am so fortunate to be alive and to be a part of. So when I'm old and these young cats bring up, it was great. I'd be like, what? You wasn't there.
You know what I think about when he was breaking the record, and it was a lot more emotional than I expected it to be. For me, I was like, I knew he was the greatest shooter 6-7 years ago, a year or two before we really popped and won the championship.
He was on the Mark Jackson.
I was. And I was just watching him, and I was like, I remember wanting Steve Nash to shoot more threes. I was like, why doesn't he not pull, dog? He's like automatic. Why is he not pulling? And that just wasn't in Steve Nash's nature. Right. And so when I saw Steph, I was like, oh, he has no conscience, and he's trying to put your foot on his neck. And then I think about that. That Drake verse when he was talking about Vanessa Bryant, and he was like, "You wasn't shooting with me in the gym," and I'm just sitting there. And as he was getting emotional, I was like, "Steph, you knew this a long time ago. Why are you getting emotional?" And I'm like, "Bro, I can't even imagine the amount of hours, dude. How many shots does it take to get 3,000 in the league? That's 100,000 shots." On your own time, all your games up through your life, 33, 34, 35 years old. And I was just like, and to your point, I just dropped, if you count the taxes and fees, I was like, damn, Jay, you only live once. I dropped 12 G's so I can go courtside next week. I want to get sweat on. I want to hear the vulgarity. I need this experience in my life, and I'm gonna be right there, front row, representing, and hopefully he ain't getting sat, on some low management. But I was like, yep,
Steph plays.
This is a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, Steph plays. That's one thing I like about
big.
Steph.
It is big, and it's historic for anybody to break a record. Some of these records will probably never get touched ever, but for him to be in the prime of where the NBA is right now in the 75th year, and to have an historical season and to have that happen is real big. But here's a question, though. A lot of people always have these debates. Who had it harder? The Steph Curry era, was it easier to do it in Steph Curry era than it was for Ray Allen to do it in his era? Whose record was more harder to get? And which one is more monumental? I mean, they're both big, but when you look at the apples to apples and the oranges to oranges, who had it tougher when it comes to hitting, that 2,974 3-pointer mark?
Like I said, I think Ray, not that it was tougher, just like I said when I said it on the show on Monday, Ray Allen just was not a straight coming out into the league.
His identity was different.
Yeah. And so for him to get to where he got, you got to look at it like, whoa, like
commendable.
That's crazy for him to get to where he got based on where his game is. Steph, not absurd, like it doesn't shock me because I think Richard Jefferson said it. Steph is the only player currently right now playing or has ever that can hit you with a three from all three phases, off the bounce, off the pin down, and off the catch and shoot. Everybody else only was good at one. Ray was catching, he wasn't really off the bounce from three. He can off the bounce from two. Reggie Miller was more off the screens, off the catch. Steph is the only one that can come down court and be like, oh, hold that. Oh, you want to pin down? I can hit this. Oh, Draymond has did the little pick and roll. Guess who's wide open? Catch and shoot. So
and not only that,
you're
right. The degree of difficulty in general, and what kind of, because I don't know. Like I've always shot off the dribble, always. And you don't, until you really break down the 15 different things going on in a shot, I'm sitting here, why isn't James Harden, can he not hit a spot up to save his life?
Yeah,
and when he was crippled last year in the playoffs, he had to dribble and get a rhythm. And I'm like, okay, so that's a separate part of shooting when you're in the lab, just in its own right. And Steph is just, he's incredible. And I can't say enough about it. To me, the most interesting part of the night was just watching his mama and his daddy on opposite sides of the arena. I was like, awkward.
But listen, tangent. Hey, Dale, dog. I'm talking about when I say shoot, listen, when I say shoot and shoot, that man, look, Dale Curry,
she must have had about 15 years younger than 20 years younger, bro.
Dale out here still shoot.
Yeah, hey, man. He's like, hey, my ex-wife gonna be there, so I gotta show out. But in my opinion, when you're looking at the tangibilities from both of them had it difficult because Ray Allen played in a different era than Steph, but Steph made it difficult because of where he shot. It wasn't one style. It had multiple styles to how he did it, and he broke the game and changed the game at the end of the day from making it very famous to shoot from half court logo. And when you grew up, if you shot that shot, that was an automatic get your butt out the game and sit on the bench.
How many people did he break? Because there was, if you guys don't remember, between probably about 2013 and about 2016, there was a stigma. Like LeBron showing Steph all this love now. It was not like that. There was resentment towards him going, like, you don't just walk in shooting 13 a game and people looking at you sideways. Like, they was like, it's privilege, it's entitlement, it's the golden boy over here. And there was resentment. So he had to break through. But that just he had a supreme confidence in himself, swagged out. And he
changed the game though, because when you think about it, when you think about it, when he first came in, I know people thought he was going to be a solid player, but they didn't know he was going to take over like this. I saw him in Davidson when he played against that game in the tournament when he was going on that Cinderella run. I said, this dude is different because he can whoop, whoop, pop, and it's quick too. So you ain't never seen nobody do that. I said, I want to see what he going to do like in the league when he came in, injuries with the ankle and things like that. So they didn't think he was going to have durability. But he still showed spurts like, ooh, bro, that's crazy. And then what he did is he worked on his dribbling. When Steph took his dribbling to the next level, I swear I feel like his game elevated to the next level. And that's when it became, there's no stopping him. He can come, whoop, 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 bang, half court, bang. To be honest, I come off the court, bang. So that's
the reason that when his dribbling and his handle got right, it made him unstoppable. That's the reason. Right or wrong, that's the reason I go so hard on Lamar Jackson. I'm like, if this dude figures this piece out, he can't be touched. But that's a digress. Steph is the truth.
Yeah. But anyway, history in the making. Shout out to Steph.
Hey, quick question before we move on. So Steph is 33, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna say 5 years, right? So 38. So right now he at 29 something. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say he get to
5,000.
5,000? Do we think he get to 5?
No.
I mean, if he's
doing what's the number? What's the number, Jay? 4?
4. Yeah.
But he about to be at 3. Wait, what is it?
He about to be at 3 by the end of the season.
But he's got another 3 peak years based off, even though they're
shooting though.
It is, but that's minutes.
So Jay, so remember, to get to 5, right? So he had 3. He has to hit 3. So to get that's 9 to put him at 4. Yeah, because he's
going to get to 5,000
a season.
He's going to get to 5,000.
So my question is he's going to in a couple of years we're going to have that debate. Does his record become the untouchable, like Cal Ripken's consecutive game, Joe DiMaggio's, John Stockton assist?
I don't think it's going to be Trae Young, because he's a better passer than he is a shooter, and he gets hot, but it's apparent that they're not in the same class. But somebody's going to come in with Steph's green light. People who don't give credit to Gilbert Arenas paved the way. They set it up. Like Michael Jordan is because of Dr. J, and Gilbert Arenas, Hibachi just set the whole tone, dog. He's one of my all-timers favorites.
I feel it. I don't think nobody gonna do it, though. I don't think nobody.
No, but if somebody comes in day one shooting 10 a game, there's a 3 or 4 year gap where Steph started out kind of slow. Let me give an embarrassing moment of truth real quick, and you guys will lose. This hot take goes sideways. There was a moment, and my homeboy knows it. I was like, bro, Steph and these ankles. He's a premier shooter. This ninja got to go. I was ready. I was like. I was Goo Gaga over Dame Lillard. I was ready to trade him for Rajon Rondo at the end of his Celtics tenure. I was like, he got to go. He's missing too many games. He come out here. He got to go. And I'm embarrassed about it to this day. Oh my God. But I was right on Dame.
But at the end of the day, I don't think, again, even if you take as many of those shots, you got to make them. You got to make them. Yeah. And to shoot it, because I think he's going to get 5,000. That's why it's going to be a number that's going to be very, very hard to obtain. But shout out to Steph. Let's move on to some Laker news. This right here is it's not shocking at all. It kind of makes sense the way he plays and everything. Anthony Davis went on a limb in an interview, or I guess in a magazine, if I'm not mistaken, and said, I have nothing else to prove. And that's right, literally in his prime. And he literally said, I've done it all. In his head, I have nothing else to prove. Is that a good look if you're a Laker fan, or just in general?
Hell no. Ain't nothing. I was on the phone with my boy Ryan, and we was talking, and we were like, he's playing basketball like he is satisfied with his career. Like, he can walk away tomorrow and be like, whew, man. And that's just not good. Like, it's not good a horrible look, especially at 28. You feel me? Like he playing like he LaMarcus Aldridge, 35, 36, on his way out. You know, I'm just out here shooting the ball because I can. And like mentality is not the Laker way. That's not, as a Laker fan, you don't want to see that. I don't want to be a part of no one. Like now I'm mad that I bought the jersey. I got an AD jersey. Like, yeah, I was like, man, he came in year one. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I have now a young horse that I'm about to cheer for and be happy about and see a success and be AD. You probably deserve your. He ain't gonna never get no goddamn jersey in the Raptors. I go and slap Jeannie Buss, no disrespect, if she ever was to consider it. You feel me? And like I said, because I'm a real Laker fan. Players come and go. You feel me? Like when Kobe was about to leave, back when he was mad, I was going to be mad Kobe left. But it wouldn't have changed my fandom because I'm a Laker fan. And so as a fan, a true fan of this team and this organization, you haven't proved nothing, man. Nothing. You just won a ship, which is monumental, but you still got everything to prove because there's guys like Giannis who came in a year after you, younger than you, that's out here still with everything to prove. And he has MVPs, Defensive Player of the Years, NBA All First Teams, a championship, a Finals MVP, a shoe. You ain't even got goddamn. You talking about you ain't got nothing else to prove? I'm done,
bro. Actually, let me flip the other way. I like to just play the other side, man. Let me defend Anthony Davis a little bit, even though this is undefendable, comment. Let me take a stab at it. He has nothing else to prove to himself, and I can't fault it. There's so many players that I've seen with so much greatest of all time potential talent. Your T-Mac or there's other players out there that it's eluding me, but that they were doing it for a specific reason, whether it was wealth or whatever, personal accolades. And with Giannis, it's easy to just look at the two, but Giannis was $170 when he came in the league, and he came from nothing in Greece. They talk about how poor and destitute his family was. So it was just like, and to not be recognized and to be drafted 15th, or wherever he was in the.
Oh, remember he sat in the stands.
Yeah. And so it doesn't stop when you get a $200 million contract. Whatever it was, that fire that was in him didn't stop when he got Defensive Player of the Year or MVP or a championship. It's like, I do this for different reasons, a family, whatever the case may be. And I'm not going to knock AD because of the circumstances. And then the other one that is a little unfair is that he's just a frail dude. And I empathize with that body type, man. I was walking around high school, 6'4", 120 pounds. That's gross, bro.
You need to eat.
That's gross. Hey, but sometimes you eat, it doesn't matter. It's your metabolism. And what I'm really saying is AD he's frail and he's injury prone. And every time he tries to buck up and get down there, he getting up looking like he got a 3-week-a-month injury. Like, it's just, I empathize with it. So does he have nothing to prove to himself? You can't fault him for not having nothing to prove to himself. The problem is, and this is where you lose the argument, AD, is you signed a $200 million contract for future performance. So as a fan, when Reasons is sitting there watching a Laker game and you say, I got nothing else to prove, maybe I feel like playing today, maybe I don't, that is unequivocally
disrespectful.
Unacceptable by any means. And you got to know when you take that money. And he knew when he took that money. This is guaranteed, player. Like, hey, it doesn't matter what they say. I'm ready for the criticism. And it's code of conduct, bro.
Here's my thing. With the AD thing. AD is a prime example of guys who are okay with just winning one. It is what it is. There's some people, when they win a chip, I'm done. I don't care about 5, 6, 7. I'll get in my bag. Now it's about, because when you really look, I mean, let's break it down. The goal of the NBA is to make as much money as you can to set up your family and their family, because it's a business.
That's your goal before you're on a team.
Yeah, right, that's your goal.
Right.
The
that's
ultimate
the goal. Now, when you're on a team, the goal is to win a championship. Okay. Once you win that championship, it is hard for some people to want to win it again, because it comes with a lot of blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice, all kind of stuff. And it comes with a lot of other things outside of that. Now, not only if that it comes with other things, but some people are not built like that. Some people are not built like, I want to be the greatest. But this is the thing that gets me with AD, is that he talked the talk, but he doesn't walk to walk. He said, I'm ready. I'm ready to take over.
That's a trap.
I'm ready.
He knows what he's supposed to say. That's
ready
a trap.
for the. But here's my thing. If you know you're not like that, you can respectfully say, you know, hey, I'm just here to do whatever my team needs and try to win games. I don't care about the whole top 5 and all that. That's up for debate. Right. Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, AD don't have nothing else to prove to nobody. But if he wants to prove anything, he can add other things to those goals. Because when you get it, you want to win a ring, you want to make money. Now, shoes, if you care about that, that means you got something else to prove. But if you don't care about that stuff and everything that you accomplish is the only thing you care about, then in your mind, mentally, I can understand what he's coming from. It just looks bad when you're in your prime to say, I've done it all. I've done everything I needed to do.
And make you right. But here's the other half of it. And this is where I know we all can agree. You can't play for the Lakers and act like that.
Yeah.
You go win a championship in Memphis, you can do whatever the hell you want. But it's certain places to where you can't go do that. You can't go to New York and be like, oh yeah, we won one. No, there's a standard when you're playing for certain franchises. So when you sign up to play for the Lakers, you're just not signing up just to come be a basketball player here. Right. It comes with everything that comes with that. And that goes back to Jay's point. You take this contract, you take this money. This is not a normal $200 million.
Right.
Not when you are looking to basically be the face or the replacement of the Lakers when LeBron leaves. No.
Right.
So it's more to that. And it's like he has to be conscious to fully understand that Laker fans are not nice. If you can play now, I mean, again, you don't have to care. Oh, but the pressure is going to continue to amount. It's easy. If he was out here dominating 28 and 12 and the Lakers wouldn't win it, when do I say that about AD? All right. But the Lakers are not performing, and he's not performing.
DJ, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If the Lakers offered you a $10 million contract right now to be the starting point guard of the Lakers next year, knowing good and damn well you couldn't do it, would you take the $10 million contract?
Yeah, you got to take care of the family.
That's what I'm saying. He got offered $200 million knowing his drive and all this other stuff. What's he supposed to do? Not take it? He didn't do nothing he wasn't supposed to do. And you looking for accountability? It goes back to the same two people that I've been clamoring for. Rob Pelinka and the real decision maker behind the scenes, LeBron, the GM.
But LeBron don't get a man $205 million. He can only.
But he's the one. Him and Clutch is the one who strung on the entire position from day one.
Because you know why? But you think about it. But okay, if you're gonna say that, then guess who AD signed to? He signed to LeBron's label. Or
Clutch.
So it helps him out. So LeBron like, yo, get your bag because that's coming back to me at the end of the day. So
LeBron has gotten so many people paid, and that's kudos to the man.
Yeah. So get your bag because you know what? $200 million to a billionaire ain't nothing because they make him a damn near $1 billion a year, maybe even more than that, especially as the Lakers. So
that's not it. Oh,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Jay. But at the end of the day, I look, in my opinion, Anthony Davis has never been like a dog. And I preface this because a lot of times players that play on bad teams, they look like a dog when they dominate on bad teams. Anthony Davis has had some good seasons, but for the most part, he's been on bad teams. And the first good team he actually had that had a championship contention, they won. And in his mind, I'm telling you, in his mind, he can feel like he's at peace. I don't have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
I've got a chip. I've came out of
Yeah.
Chicago. They didn't think I was going to make it to the league. I grew
That's a lie.
spurt. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying that. But, babe, let's think about this, bro. Back in 2008, me and you was on a good intramural team. We won the ship, dominated, right? We could have sit there and said, oh, man, it's intramural football. It is what it is. But when that season ended, we looked at each other like, oh, we need another one, just to prove that we really them. And that was just with us with intramural sports. So what I'm saying, to your point, is the mental that I disdain and athletes who are getting paid money versus common folk like me and you. You know, we do a lot of stuff for the love of it, and our competitive drive is high. Like, that annoys me so much.
Yeah.
I can go be mad at wholeheartedly,
Bro.
but it's just like, bro, like, I want to win it all the time.
No, you understand when there's 400 players in the league, there's only like 50 people who got what you're talking about. And then of those 50 people, they don't all have the all-star, all-NBA talent. They're just good enough to be in the league, but they ain't in the top 1% of the 1%. So where this dog that you're talking about comes through the scouting, that comes through the decision-making associated with it. I knew, just as a fan who watches more NBA than 90% of most regular people out there, Anthony Davis didn't have it. The one year it made me question it is when they bounced Portland out.
Yeah.
When
That's
he was in
what
the
I'm
Pelicans, and I was like, wait, is he or is he not? And
Well,
I
that was
like,
mainly Drew Holiday locking up both days.
and it was. And then when they started underachieving the next year and he's out and he's throwing a hissy fit, and I was like, no, this is a bad investment, bro. You're giving everything. And
well, they
you
got
guys
what they wanted at the end of the day. They may not get multiple championships, but they got another ring at the end of the day. And we're going to see this AD thing fizzle out. And if you never know, he may get the drive again if he get traded, or maybe go back to Chicago. Who knows? We'll figure that out moving forward. But some quick news, man. D-Hop out for the season, man. Knee injury. How this going to impact the Cards? Because, it's coming back again. You don't want to take injuries right now, number one. And number two, this ain't a good look right now. You just lost a game to the Rams. And I'm going to say the Rams dominated that game. I don't care what nobody say. The Rams dominated that game. Even without Ramsey, they was able to dominate that game.
Go ahead.
Oh, so at the end of the day, how would this impact the Cardinals? Because they lost a big-time receiver, man. Hopkins is a for sure-handed, big-time receiver.
He is. I want you guys to designate who you guys' playoff championship Super Bowl favorite is at this time. Because I'm riding with the Cardinals. This doesn't change. He is a, Hall of Fame player, and he has great talent. I don't want to dismiss Hopkins, but this is the Kyler show, and I expect, he is such the quarterback is 90% of a team's success. And I believe in Christian Kirk. AJ Green looks nice. They got the other Rondale Moore. And I'm just not making excuses for them because it's subjective on how much defensive attention D-Hop's been pulling anyway. So my standards don't change. And when I claim them, it's not because I'm claiming them over the Raiders or whatever. When I look at the teams that are looking at the playoffs and who would I put if I was in Vegas right now, who would I put my money on? I wouldn't even second guess it. D-Hop or not, I'm putting my money on the Cardinals to win the championship. So for me, it doesn't change nothing.
For me, it changes because in the playoffs, because they're obviously a playoff team. In the playoffs, everybody needs that person that draws some kind of into where you have to play defense a certain way, especially in football. And when you got a Hopkins on the field, you got to respect that because D Hop can hit you for 11 catches, 1-6, 2 tuds, and just cook you. So now when you line it up, it's like, oh, okay, D Hop probably there, or he's hobbled. Oh, we can play this a little bit more straight up. We can do different coverages to make Kyler play a tad bit differently. I agree with you that Kyler is great. And it shouldn't be nothing he can't overcome because they do have other requisite weapons. But when you playing against and you got to possibly run into a 80 and they fully loaded and
3rd and 7, everybody knows where the ball's going and who's going to get the catch anyway. I get it.
And so that's what I'm saying as far as them with D-Hop is like, all right, we got that piece. Now without D-Hop, it's like now Tyler has to elevate and become that special quarterback. He has to become that Peyton Manning, that Tom Brady. You know, so if he raises it, then they should be fine. But now it's the game when it comes to the Cardinals, just because, and again, he may be back for the playoffs. They don't know for sure. It's not for sure that he's out. And I see it significant just because of that portion.
In my opinion, if he's out or if he does come back, he's not going to be 100%. And I think this is going to be monumental moving forward for the Cardinals. Because with Hops on the field, again, he's a shorthand catch. It's like one of those dudes on your basketball team. He's for sure bucket. If I need a bucket, I can give him the ball and he's going to get a bucket for me. And when you need a big play, Hopkins is shorthanded. Even though he dropped his first pass, I believe, of the season or whatever, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that one that was, Should
have called it. Yeah, that was his first
Yeah.
drop this season, I believe. He don't drop passes like that. And so this is going to really have the impact on Kyler Murray moving forward because now it's up for these younger guys to make plays. And if you got the number one guy, the number one corner on these guys, it's like B pluses and maybe an A- players, they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle. And what you saw is that they struggled Monday. They struggled past on Monday. They couldn't move the ball like that. They started good, and then the Rams, that front four, started to get a lot of pressure on Kyler Murray. And I tell y'all, pressure busts pipes. Yeah, quarterback play is super important, but your offensive line is the most important thing in the NFL. Offensive line and defensive line. That's when every game is won on a line of scrimmage. I don't care who you got. Tom Brady has lost championships because of the line of scrimmage. And so in my opinion, I think this is going to be big. And I don't know who they got remaining. They got the Cowboys in a big game. They got, who else they played? A few other games they got coming up. They're going to have to play the 49ers, right? Again or no? Do they play 49ers again or no? They already played the 49ers twice. The Seattle Seahawks, right? Or they played them twice?
So they got them one. No, they got them one more time.
But they got Seattle one more. So they got the last game of the season, the division game. So whatever that is.
Right.
And Seattle. They played everybody else twice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
so they should be good as far as because they play the Lions. The Colts is going to be an iffy game. In my opinion.
A good game.
And the Cowboys. So
I'm cheering for them in the Colts game too, though.
Two games that could be 50-50, in my opinion. And then they got the Seahawks and the Lions. And the Seahawks is not going to be no slouch. Even though they're not playing for nothing, anything can be possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything can be possible. I think it's going to be big. Now, to answer your question, Jay, before we get into these picks, my best bet right now, if I had to,
you in Vegas dropping 10 racks, who is you putting it on?
I'm putting mine on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm going.
I'm
going Tampa Bay or Kansas City. Those are the two teams right now that I'm rocking with. Tampa Bay or Kansas City.
That's cute. That's cute.
I'm being honest with you. Those are the two the best. I don't.
Here, I'll sell you.
I'm not saying that out loud.
I'm gonna sell you my KC shares. Let me just mark it up double.
Yeah.
You can have them. Take your KC shares, homeboy.
Okay.
I'm not saying that team out loud, so I'm gonna go Bucks. Okay.
No, I would say.
Hey, let's get up in these picks,
or
boy.
the Bucks. But here's my thing. What I don't like in the Cardinals right now is if you got a solid defense, they will struggle, and they don't play as well against good defenses. I'm just being 100 with you. The Rams finally showed up. And that was out.
I torched him the first time. No. Like I said, I think it's less about the good defenses. To me, like I said, it's going to come down to Kyler has to elevate. And
He does.
this is what Jay's talking about, right? This is what Jay is saying. Jay believes in Kyler. And in order for Jay to continue to be right, here's where the game has to take off. And he has to become one of them.
He has to be the best quarterback in the NFL by a country mile for them to win.
And I don't think it's going to happen.
I believe he can. I believe he can do it.
I don't think it's going to happen right now. I think that Hopkins loss is going to be monumental for them. Let's get into these picks before we get up out of here, man. Well, let's go. Nobody won the game, so I went 4-1, and I'm still in second place or whatnot. So let's get into this upcoming week.
Oh, Champ goes first. Let's go.
Champ.
Where's the pick?
Chargers over.
I don't even have the picks.
I got Chiefs over. The Chargers Chiefs 50.
Chargers Chiefs 50.
Yeah. I got Chiefs over.
And they're playing in Kansas City?
No, they in La La Land. No weather involved.
This is huge.
I just sent it to you, Bank.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, and this is a big game for both. This is division. I'm saying Chiefs.
He's gonna do this. He's gonna do this 5 times in a row.
Chiefs over.
Hey, so here's my thing. I believe in my team, and again, like I told y'all earlier, I'm not moving off my team until I'm time to move off. I need this win from the Chiefs. I need the Chiefs to win. This is what I need. I need the Chiefs to win.
Okay.
Chiefs over.
Raiders Browns.
I got Raiders under.
Oh wait, hold on. What was that? So you had Bake. What you have?
I got Chiefs over.
Chiefs over. I got Chiefs over also.
Maybe an under game, but I'm gonna go over.
All right.
LA,
I got Browns. I got Browns under.
Yeah.
43.
Yeah, I got Raiders under. That's gonna be ugly out there.
It may be ugly. I'm gonna go Raiders. Wait. They're playing in Cleveland, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
It's cold.
And no Baker.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 30 degrees at kickoff. Wind. It's supposed to be ugly. Just like their last game last year was ugly.
Raiders under.
Cool.
Pats versus Colts.
Pats under.
You going Pats under?
Mm-hmm.
I got the Pats too. I need a win. I'm going over.
Yeah.
For the sake of win.
I'm going over. They're playing in Indiana. No weather issue. I think it's going to be a lot of points. Good defense, though. I think they're going to get over 44. We got Washington Eagles. This one is disgusting.
This is ugly. Just because these two teams can go over, just because this is ugly. Go ahead, Jay. What you got?
Eagles under.
Is Heineke playing?
You said Eagles over?
Let me find. I gotta see if Heineke
Eagles over.
Under.
I said under. I need to. Let me check something now. I need to see if Trevor's playing.
Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt. He's full participant, on track to play.
I may go. This is rough. 43 points, man. Like, these are the ones that be getting you, man. The 43 be like, bro, this is crazy.
I got Eagles over.
I like that. I don't know about Washington getting it under, though.
Washington disappointed me last week.
They did put up 21 unanswered quick. And you said Heineke's going to play?
Yeah, he's on track. He's a full participant in practice.
What did he hurt? I didn't even know he got hurt.
It's elbow.
Y'all so scary.
I already picked. What you mean?
All right, I'm going to go.
What'd you say?
I say Eagles over.
Eagles over.
Yeah.
Eagles over.
Falcons, Niners.
Yeah, I gotta lose a game on this one. I don't care because I'm going with my boys. I don't know how good we are. We come 50-50. I'm going Falcons 44 against the Niners.
I got
I'm going
Niners over.
Falcons over. I'm going Falcons over. Is it raining this Sunday?
You live in California. You can check that weather report. I've been going back and forth with this one. Back and forth.
I feel like the Niners gonna win though. I just because our team is inconsistent. I love my boys, but I know us. But I'm gonna pick them regardless because they're my boys. I don't give a damn. I'm picking my team. Going Falcons over.
Let's go 9 over. Go 9 over. I believe the Falcons win this game though.
All right, Bucks over.
I got Saints offense's ass.
What'd you say?
I said Bucks under. Saints offense.
Yeah.
46. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I like the Saints. I mean, no. I like the Bucks under. Last time I put the Saints for 40-some points, they didn't give me a damn thing, and they let me down. And I'm not falling for that same mistake again.
That was that Seattle game. That was that Seattle game.
No, that was the Bills game.
The Saints and Bills?
Yeah, I had the Bills over, and they didn't give me no dang points or whatnot. So it is what it is. So what do we agree? You had Bucks under or over?
I got Bucks under.
No, he got Bucks over, Jay?
Yeah, Jay got Bucks over.
Yeah, Bucks over.
Okay, bet. Cool.
There's a lot of disparity on this one.
That's good.
I think that's good.
Look, y'all don't have a lot of disparity. I'm in the same position you was in the week before. I could walk away from this one up 4 games on both of y'all, or I could walk away 4 games below y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
good.
The way the cookie crumbles.
That's how
I can tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna come up in here next week making excuses though. That's what I can tell you.
What?
Again, I didn't make an excuse. I knew what I was doing.
Me and Reasons didn't agree on everything. Yeah, I got Pats under. Wait, did I say I got Pats over? He got no, bro. I got Niners under. I mean, I got Falcons over. You gotta switch that. You gave that to Reasons.
Oh shoot! I got you guys back. I always meant.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, so I got Chiefs.
Other than that, you guys was all the same.
Yeah,
I got Chiefs over, Raiders under, Pats. Which one you got?
I got the Eagles. Oh, okay. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, that's pretty much the same.
Everything's right except for the Niners Falcons is switched.
We're gonna see, man. We're gonna definitely see. But I can't wait. Y'all let us know in the comments below about all the topics, man. Y'all take care of yourself. Be safe out here, man.
Are we gonna do this 50 or not?
Oh yeah, we gotta get those.
I was gonna be generous. It was the holiday season.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna give you a treat, but you don't have to do the other 50, man. I know that next 50 gonna hurt, so I didn't want to put you through that.
What do I look like, bro? What do I look like?
As we get up out of here, man. Hey, y'all watch my man Jay. 50 holiday cheers, man.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
8, 9, 10, 80.
Hey.
2, 3, 4, 5.
There he
6,
is.
7, 8, 9, 10, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Clap it up for my dog. We about to get up out of here, man. Shout out to my boy Jay. Hey, man, he been in the gym. He been working on his push-ups, man. I knew he was ready for this. He was ready. I knew he was ready.
You know.
And we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Take care of yourself. And always remember to talk that talk. We see y'all next week.